Yes, everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. We are back for potentially the final sort of transfer update before the transfer deadline, which is in just over 24 hours. So on today's video, I'm going to be giving you the latest on the newest signings, who's set to join, the rumours, and then tomorrow, all being well, we're set for a deadline day stream, which will kick off at around 9:30 UK time, up until the deadline, which is around 11 p.m. tomorrow on Friday, the 30th of August. As always, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much again for your support on the channel, guys. It means so much. This is normally our busiest time, so hopefully you guys stick with us again through the season up until the January transfer window. But the news today is that Meupiyou has finally officially been announced as a Wolves player, signing from Nantes on a 5-year contract, with Wolves having the option of an additional year. Very highly rated young defender. The Wolves have no plans as of right now to loan him out before the deadline. He'll be part of the first team squad. He'll probably be playing in some under-21s and potentially cup games to get his sharpness up to standard. And then probably from next year onwards is when he's going to be properly fighting for that first team place. But Meupiyou officially announced. One player whose announcement is also imminent is Sam Johnstone, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. This has moved fairly quickly as soon as Wolves figured out they weren't going to be going for Aaron Ramsdale. Sam Johnstone is said to join Wolves from Crystal Palace for £10 million. Medical tests have reportedly, get my words out, reportedly being done already. And again, we're just waiting for the official confirmation of Sam Johnstone. I would expect him to be the number 1 for Wolves. He doesn't necessarily want to be the number 2. That's why he's leaving Crystal Palace. Jose saw, as of right now, no real links to moves away, but Saudi Arabia probably the most likely destinations. Their window is open slightly longer than ours, but Sam Johnstone probably going to be coming to Wolves to be the number 1 goalkeeper. But maybe Sarr will stay. Wolves aren't nudging or pushing for Sarr to leave the club, but he could be stay as part of the club until maybe January, and we'll see what the situation is. So certainly Johnstone and Sarr may well share the workload. Andre is set to join Wolves as well. Again, this one has moved so quickly. We have mentioned him on the channel before, but he's coming in from Fluminense over in Brazil. 22 million euros with an additional 3 million euros. And the move is pretty much done. He's flying to England tonight, so he'll arrive tomorrow morning to have his medical ahead of the deadline. Massive signing this for Wolves. Defensive midfielder. We'll get some more intel on him on the channel, I'm sure, over the weekend. But very highly rated over in South America. Was close to joining Liverpool previously. Fulham really wanted to sign him to replace João Palhinha, and for whatever reason that didn't go through as well. But I am intrigued by this. A lot of people were worried that he was coming in to replace João Gomez, which is obviously short-term not the case. But part of me thinks maybe they're going to use Andre to shore us up defensively rather than spending the money on a centre-back, because the centre-back market at the moment isn't great. The fees are quite inflated. There's not much value and personnel out there right now. So part of me thinks maybe Andre is being brought in for that reason. But certainly a very good signing. And out of the blue, I really didn't expect this to happen in this transfer window. But Andre is set to join Wolves. And again, official confirmation of that should be tomorrow. Sam Johnstone's a confirmation. I'm not too sure when. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. But we'll wait and see there. Wolves have been linked today with a loan move for Naif Agurd from West Ham United. Left-footed centre-back. Interest in this one with Agurd, because yes, I would probably take him, a good centre-back. However, going back to the Andre deal, Wolves currently already have too many foreign players in their squad. So players will have to leave to allow this transfer. One would have to leave to allow Andre's transfer. Two would have to leave to allow for Agurd's transfer, unless Wolves are going to keep players around and not register them. Jose Sarr could be one if he understands that he has to move on. But another one will have to go. One that has been linked with a move away is Boubacar Traore. There's not been much more on that as of right now. Wolves reportedly rejected a €15 million offer from Feyenoord. Still lots of interest in the midfielder. Borussia Mönchengladbach, Lens as well, also interested. So Boubacar could be one, and that frees up that space for Andre. But in terms of Naif Agurd, Some reports saying it's not going to happen, he's not interested, but still early stages of that. But certainly a player that Wolves have looked at maybe bringing in on loan. One player that won't be joining Wolves before the deadline is Meupiyou, a player very highly rated young winger that Wolves are really keen to bring in. Was probably one of the main targets towards the end of the deadline, but Burnley are demanding far too much money. Wolves had bid around 20 to 25 million, which was turned down. Burnley reportedly want £40 million for Meupiyou, which is, of course, not going to be happening this window. So Meupiyou set to stay at Burnley, and he won't be joining Wolves this window. But Gary O'Neill said yesterday that Gonzalo Guedes and Daniel Podence are players that he expects to see stay at the club. They both played a big part in the Wolves' win yesterday against Burnley. Both had very decent performances as well, to be completely honest. Not fully against them staying. And I think, look, if we're looking at wingers, he'll have to be an under-21s player unless more players leave. Obviously, we've got Chiquinho, we've got Podence, we've got Hwang, Rodrigo Gomez. We've got so many players that can play there. I think we all expected maybe a direct replacement for Neto, which hasn't come. But let's just hope. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but let's just hope there's a pot of money maybe for January to dip into if we need it. But Chiquinho, there has been some rumours today, to be honest, about him. Mallorca over in Spain are considering a move for Chiquinho. Had a decent performance against Burnley. I've seen a lot of people praise him for that performance as well. We'll have to wait and see whether he is going to be a Wolves player come the deadline. We've had a few players leave out on loan as well. Joe Hodge and Nigel Lonvike have both left the club on loan, both to join Huddersfield Town. The Joe Hodge loan move had been linked for a long, long time. Nigel Lonvike was at the game a couple of nights ago, so that one was pretty obvious as well when that came about. So Lonvike and Joe Hodge both out on loan at Huddersfield Town. And then a couple of players that we could well see sign for Wolves, but more than likely for the under-21 team. Wolves have made an offer to Dundee for their talent Seb Lockhead. A number of teams have taken an interest, but Wolves have put a bid in, so all the front runners to sign him as of right now. One player as well that we are expecting who's set to have his medical at Wolves is Ethan Sutherland. Highly rated winger playing for St Mirren. Set to have his Wolves medical yesterday, so not been officially confirmed by the Wolves Academy pages, but he's another player that we expect to see join. So news really, Meupiyou confirmed. We're waiting official confirmation for Sam Johnstone, official confirmation more than likely tomorrow for Andre, and then the rest really, I'd love to hear what you think. Do we need a winger? Do we need a centre-back? There could be one more player for Wolves first team, but let's wait and see, guys. I'll make sure I keep you up to date, on the socials, so be sure to follow us at Talking Wolves everywhere. Things are changing and moving very, very fast. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. I've just realised I've had my headphones on for this entire video, so I do apologise for that because I've just done an interview ahead of tomorrow's match preview. So the match preview out tomorrow, and then the live stream out tomorrow night, so hopefully you can join us for that. As always, though, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll catch you all very, very soon.